inflation, she wouldn't do that over again either. Maybe the worst of all, and something that a lot of people don't hear about because look at all the fake news. That's a lot of fake news.
This was Donald Trump's worst nightmare. You see the empty seats there at this auditorium where he gave a speech this evening in Reading, Pennsylvania. In addition to the empty seats in this auditorium, people were leaving in the middle of Donald Trump's speech as well. Let's show you when people were walking out on him, something that makes him incredibly embarrassed. Play this clip.
How about the natural gas export ban that is crushing Pennsylvania right now? Most of you don't even know about that and all, but if she ever won this thing, you wouldn't be fracking for 24 hours. But how about that? And it's crushing Pennsylvania, hurting you. It's going on.
We've got some photos as well of the empty auditorium here. You can see the empty seats there in the back. Donald Trump then claimed that that there's never people who leave and that this was a packed crowd. Here's what Donald Trump had to say about that. Play this clip.
We do a lot of these beautiful rallies and it's so great. We never have an empty seat. Never have. Look at it. 100,000 people in Butler, more. Never have an empty. But they said, you know, as you go on, you get angrier.
And even behind Donald Trump, you see right there, the one place where you should never have empty seats, it's directly behind Donald Trump. You see the empty seats there as well. By the way, this one individual posted a photo of a high school graduation they attended in the same auditorium that was more crowded than Donald Trump's speech. So what was he even talking about? Well, this is what he had to say about women. Play this clip.
And the women are going to like Trump. I think they like me anyway. I think it's all bullshit, you know? They make it up.
And it reminds me of what he said earlier in the day in Scranton, Pennsylvania, when he was talking about wind. Here, play this clip.
The wind, it sounds so wonderful. The wind is bullshit. I'll tell you, it's horrible.
See, it's just a bunch of ranting and raving and cursing. Take a look at this. Here's what Donald Trump's talking about in Reading. He's talking about Howard Stern. Let's play it.
Otherwise, they'll say, oh, you know, these guys are so bad. A big part of our problem in this country are those people right back there. Big part of our problem. We need a free and fair press badly, desperately. I watched the way they asked questions of Kamala yesterday. Howard Stern, he's a weak guy. He's weak. He's going, what about, It was so ridiculous. Even she was embarrassed. It was like softball. But all of them. Howard, I knew him very well. I was on the show many times. I used to think he was good. Then I dropped him. And I dropped him like a dog. And his ratings are very challenged. Very challenged, but...
Then Donald Trump says that he could have been on a beautiful beach, but he didn't have to be there, so he then insults the audience that's walking out on him. Play this clip.
Fight for you. I didn't have to be here. I could be in a beautiful beach. I could be at a gorgeous beach somewhere in the world. There's sun beaming down on this beautiful body in a bathing suit. The sun would be beaming down, the waves would be crashing into my face. Instead, I'm here with you in Pennsylvania, and I'd rather be doing that.
Then Donald Trump lies about children who go to school, and then without parental consent, their gender gets changed, which is not happening, but that's what Donald Trump continues to lie and talk about. Play this clip.
How about that one? Your child goes to school and they take your child. It was a he and comes back a she. And they do this. And they do it. And often without parental consent. Can you even believe we're saying this?
Then Donald Trump attacked the Republican Senate candidate Dave McCormick in Pennsylvania. And then Donald Trump said that nobody wants to hear from you, so you can come up on stage for 2 seconds, but then get out of here. Nobody likes you. This is what Donald Trump's saying about the Senate candidate in Pennsylvania. How embarrassing. Play this clip.
He's tough as hell. David, I know you just spoke. Just come here, say like for 2 seconds, because nobody wants to hear you right now. Just come up.
Then Donald Trump says that Vice President Kamala Harris is not doing interviews, despite the fact that Donald Trump turned down the 60 Minutes interview, and Donald Trump's afraid to debate her, and she's been doing lots of interviews. This is what he says about Vice President Kamala Harris. Play this clip.
So think of that. So I heard that question when it was given, because I had to watch, because, you know, she doesn't do any interviews. She doesn't do any press conferences. She doesn't do them for one reason. She's not smart. She's not smart.
Then Donald Trump struggles to say the sentence where he's trying to lie about automobile manufacturing, which, by the way, is now at record levels thanks to President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris's Infrastructure Act and Inflation Reduction Act. But Donald Trump can't even say the sentence right here. Here, play this.
If we win, this country will become the automobile manufacturing place. We will bring plants back at levels that haven't been seen for 50 years in this country.
Donald Trump then lies about Elon Musk's Starlink getting confiscated by the Biden administration. Just more lies that he's spewing. Let's play it.
Kamala didn't send any helicopters to rescue them. And when people sent helicopters, they turned them back. And when, by the way, when Elon sent Starlink, originally they confiscated it. They took it. It took them a long time to get it over there. And it's a disgrace. And he doesn't want to say that, but I'll say it. It was disgraceful what they did.
Donald Trump then continues to lie about the federal response to the federal government's response to Hurricane Helene. This is kind of the constant lies that's actually impacting people's lives and causing people to be seriously injured and die as Donald Trump is spreading lies and disinformation over and over again. Play this clip.
So she didn't send anything or anyone at all. Days passed, no help as men, women, and children drowned. North Carolina has 8 military bases, great bases. Fort Bragg, remember Fort Bragg? They changed the name. We won 2 wars, 2 world wars, actually, to be specific, from Fort Bragg. But they changed the name to, I'm not even going to say it. Let's just call it Fort Bragg. I think, what do you think? Has nothing to do with Pennsylvania, but the people of North Carolina would like to leave it as Fort Bragg. Can we do that? Yes? I think so.
Then Donald Trump starts talking about Tampon Tim, and he says Tampon Tim over and over again. Let's play it.
Tampon Tim and Kamala Harris are a true threat to democracy. I'm not the threat to democracy. By the way, if I was, I wouldn't have taken a bullet to the ear. You know, I wouldn't have taken a bullet to the ear. They didn't.
Then Donald Trump claims that he has more Indian blood in him than, well, I'll just let you hear it for yourself. This is bizarre. Play this clip.
So I came up with the name Pocahontas. And it drove her crazy, and so she went out and got a blood test, right? Remember what the number was? 1,024th. Oh, this guy's good. 1,024th. That means essentially that I have more Indian blood in me than she has, and I have none, unfortunately. I'd like to have some.
Also, Alina Habba gave a speech in front of that fairly empty crowd as well. But who's going to tell her? Here, play this clip.
So where I come from, when you fail at your job for 1,400 days, you don't get another 1,460 days.
On the other hand, you had President Biden holding a very serious press conference today. And of course, the media asks him some of the dumbest questions. Here, play this clip.
Talking about?
Sir, have you considered calling him and asking him to stop doing that? To stop saying that?
Oh, come on.
He's then asked about Donald Trump spreading misinformation. Let's play it.
Why do you think Trump is spreading misinformation?
I don't know. I simply don't know. You can speculate, but I just find it, I'm not using the phrase more than I've used it ever in my whole career, un-American. It's un-American. It's not who the hell we are. What are they talking about?
Sir, have you considered calling him and asking him to stop doing that? To stop spreading this?
Oh, come on.
He then addresses Donald Trump giving COVID tests to Vladimir Putin instead of Americans during COVID. Let's play it.
May God bless you all, and may God protect those serving in the eye of this storm on behalf of our nation. Thank you.
Why do you think Trump is spreading misinformation? Why do you think former President Trump has sent testing kits to President Putin during the height of the pandemic? Do you have a comment, sir? Why do you think Trump is
un-American?
And here's what President Biden says about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's play it.
Quite frankly, these lies are un-American, and there is simply no place for them. Not now, not ever. Former President Trump has led this onslaught of lies. Assertions have been made that property is being confiscated. That's simply not true. They're saying people impacted by these storms will receive $750 in cash and no more. That is simply not true either. They're saying that money needed for these crises are being diverted to migrants. What the heck are they talking about? Stop it. It's outrageous. It's just not true. Now the claims are getting even more bizarre. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman from Georgia, is now saying the federal government is literally controlling the weather. We're controlling the weather. It's beyond ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's got to stop.
And on the other hand, let me just show you what the vibes are like right now in Arizona. And you'll see Governor Walz there, and you'll see how energized people are. Let's play it.
Got the beat. I'm a never Trump guy. I'm a never Trump guy. I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. I'm a never Trump guy. 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 I'm a never Trump guy.
I just want to remind you all, make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure your pro-democracy family members are registered to vote. Speak to family members after this video, please, and double check, okay? Thanks. And subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers together. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.